Hi guys, today I am going to show you my new best friend when it comes to doing my nails. Now, before I swore by the poppets, the nail forms, the plastic nail forms, and I used them for a very long time and they're still great. They do a great job, but this new system I think has replaced that for me. It's easier, it's faster, and customize it to what you want it to do, but without any extra know-how, really. And what I'm talking about is the Kiara Sky Professional Nails Dip Powder System. And I got the starter kit, which came with, I believe, 5 different colors. It came with bold white, natural white, and 3 different shades of pink from light to bright. And it also came with 6 different liquids that each serve their own purpose. You've got everything from the bonder that dries out your natural nail through the bonder. Well, I already said the bonder. You don't get 2 bottles of bonder. You get the base bonder, the seal and protect, and the top coat, and you even get a very nice cuticle oil for afterwards. This is what the bottles look like. They're very nice, very heavy, very quality tops. Some of them are a little tricky to get open because the brushes are replaceable, so they get stuck inside sometimes and pop out, but you just wiggle it a little bit, it comes open. And you get a lot of product, which is also what I loved, considering this kit goes for just over $100, I believe, is the starter kit. But well worth it when you see the individual prices if you tried to make your own kit yourself. And each powder comes with a full ounce. You can see how much, and it is up to the top when you open it. And then you get a full ounce, and the liquids are 15 milliliters, which is half of a fluid ounce. So that's really great. So you know you're going to be able to do lots of sets of nails with this starter kit, and it won't be 2 or 3, and then you have to replenish all of your supplies. And just to show you real quick, this was my second set that I've done, if I can get those to focus. As you can see, I'm missing my thumb, because I realized after I had done them my own error, this one was way too short. I had this like little stumpy fingernail over here and all these big guys over here, and then this one was like, hey, he wasn't happy and I wasn't happy. So remove this one. I'll do another video another time to show you how easy it is to remove these. That's the other difference between this and the poppets. It's literally acetone, sit, and then pull the nail off. It's fantastic, and only encourages you to do your nails more often. So today I'm just going to show you real quick how I replace this nail using a natural white and the lightest pink colors to create this very natural faded white tip. And you'll see just what I'm talking about, how unbelievably easy this system is. This is how I'm going to start out with the tip already applied. When I do stiletto nails, I actually like to shape it before I put it on, just in case I cut it incorrectly. And of course, you always want to push back your cuticles before you apply any type of acrylic or gel system so that it doesn't get on your skin. Now we're going to wipe it off just to make sure we don't have any debris or loose skin, and we will be fresh and ready to go. We start with the bond, and that is labeled number 1 like all the bottles, which is easy to remember. And this is the part that's going to keep the dip powder attached to your natural nail. So you just want to put it down on the bottom and not on the tip itself. And it's a very thin liquid, so you just want to spread it on, and it tends to just kind of expand on its own, so you don't need a lot of it. The next is the base, labeled number 2. This is going to be the essential liquid for our system. This is the lightest pink dip powder. As you can see, light pink. Comes with 3 different kinds. You want to use the light one for this look. And then the next thing we're going to do is tap it, because the powder does tend to gather at the top. You don't want it dusting all over the place when you open it, that's for sure. You can see it's very full when you get it, and it's very fine powder. It's finer than acrylic. That's one of the main differences between this and an acrylic system. Now you see the seam where your nail tip ends. You're going to take that base and just put a thin line right over that. And after we dip, that's going to give us a little more strength at that point. And then you tap off all the excess powder between each step. Then next, we are going to take the natural white, which is going to be for the ends of our nails, and again tapping the top so it doesn't powder out. And you can see it's a very soft white and also very fine. And then you're going to lay them out, and this is the process that's going to take the most time. You take the base, and we're just going to put it on the top 3/4 of the nail, because this is going to create that nice curve on the top of your nail, instead of just making a flat surface if we covered all of it at the same time every time. So you only have to do this once, and it's going to create the slight curve. You want to put it on just like nail polish, and then dip just where you want the white of your nail to be. Then again tap it off and go right into the pink, and this time going all the way in to the pink. Now don't worry, the pink is not going to mute your white very much at all. Then we're going to do it all over again, but this time we're going to cover the entire nail. You don't want to take forever to do this, but you can take your time. It's very important, if you don't want to do a lot of drilling and sanding later, to just apply it like you would your favorite nail polish, making sure you get every different spot, because if you don't have any of the base, the powder's not going to stick anywhere it's missing. So then we do it again into the soft white, just to the nail spot right there where you want it to be lighter. And you can go lower or higher, however you like, and then all the way into the pink. And you don't have to let it sit, you just have to make sure it's covered, then tap it off. Make sure the excess is gone, but don't touch it, and I don't recommend brushing it. Sometimes you get little hairs caught, and then it's too late. So then we're going to do this one more time. You want 2 full coats, and again going slow and making sure we get all the different spots. Don't dab it on. I've seen some people try to dab it, and it just creates bumps and uneven spots, and that's just going to create more work for you later. So just smooth, slow strokes, making sure you cover all of the previous powder, and you get all the spots where you want the next layer to stick. And again into the soft white, just like that. Tap it off, and then all the way into the pink. And you notice I kind of missed a spot, so I went back in. Not a horrible disaster, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. Try to get it the first dip so you don't have a lot of bumps. Now that we're done with that, we are going to dust all that off, and we're going to go back in with the base one more time, and you're going to just cover the whole nail. Again, slow, specific strokes, making sure you cover every spot, no thick areas, just like nail polish. And you're going to do that all over the nail. Make sure you don't get it on your cuticles, because this is going to get very hard in just a few minutes, and you don't want to have to file your cuticles or have to go in with the scissors or the clippers. And make sure to that you get the edges as well, because you don't want any raw edges. Okay, then after that's dried, let it air dry and take out the Seal and Protect. You're going to then put this on just in a thin layer. You'll see it's a very thin solution, very much like the bonder that you used first on your natural nail. Just make sure you get that all over, and get that on the edges as well, because you want to seal that. And what this is going to do is that last little bit that hasn't air dried, this is going to make it within seconds very, very hard, and it's going to leave a little residue, so you want to wipe that off. Don't skip that part. It's a little bit of an oily residue. Then go in either with a drill or a file. Mine was pretty smooth, so I only needed a file and then a buffing block, and get it all nice and smooth. And now you see we've got a nice flat, soft area to work with. So now we're in the final steps. You take the Seal and Protect one more time, and you're going to just go over the whole nail. Make sure that you get all the spots. This is going to ensure that it's all sealed and it's all hard, and you don't have any soft spots left over that may not have dried correctly, because that's not going to do well underneath your nail polish. Then you take the top coat, step 4, and this is going to be take a little more precision. It's very thick, little goopy, kind of like honey, and you want to put that all over your nail. But again, even though it's thicker, try to put it on just like nail polish, starting at the back and pull to the forward to the front, and make sure you get every last spot and don't leave any of the buffed nail exposed. You can take your time, but if you take too long, it will get sticky and start leaving tracks. So you let that air dry completely. Then you're going to go back in and you're going to do a second layer. And you're going to be just as careful with this one, making sure you cover all the spots. I really encourage you not to rush through this part. This is going to be your final layer of your nails and what your nail polish goes on. So you want it to be smooth and complete. You let that air dry, of course. It's going to take a few minutes. That's the longest waiting period in the process. But then, once that dries, you are ready to go. And that's it. That's all it took.